Hey everybody, welcome to another CineFix Now Roundtable. Clint is away on some sort of official leave, something to do with inappropriate use of the Wi-Fi password. So I guess I'm in the hot seat this week.
Do it.
Nice.
So, we've got a number of much bigger than last week's stories to discuss this week, but let's start with a callback. Harrison Ford's injury sounds like it's worse than it sounded before, and he
might be out for a little bit longer than we expected.
Might be out for a few parsecs.
Yeah. Yeah. What does
Is that a
mean?
measurement of distance or time?
It's a measurement of distance.
Okay, I was wrong on that. Sorry, fans.
But
Funny story on that.
they treat it like time in Star Wars. So.
No, they don't. In the expanded universe, there's a fan theory that Han Solo was bluffing and that he was actually testing them out, used wrong terminology, and they didn't understand it, so he's like, I can swindle these guys for everything they had.
Interesting.
Fan theories.
I also heard the fan theory that it was a navigation race, and that, like the shorter distance you managed to get.
That's a good one, too.
But regardless, he's out for a few parsecs or a few Earth weeks. And they may or may not need to rewrite the script to accommodate a lesser degree of his physical mobility, or possibly write him out of the script entirely.
I don't
would
think that's
suck.
going to happen, right? You hope not.
I hope not. First of all, it sounds like they've got a little bit bigger of a cushion than they usually do for movies like this.
Or they can Benjamin Button them too, like they're doing for Fast and Furious 7.
And then he just has to sit there in his hospital bed and let them film him.
Mapped over his
giving lines out. No, that goes there, that goes there, that kind of stuff,
But I think that this brings us to a larger point, which is that I think we're trying to play God with these series, going back to the well of like Harrison Ford, who's what, 70-something?
71.
Should he be playing Han Solo?
Of course he should.
Well, Han Solo's, as long as Han Solo is also 71 or 62.
No, of course. I'm just saying it's like, let it be I don't know, Ghostbusters the new class or whatever.
Well,
you have to think
let's
they're
just
passing the
flip
torch
back.
in these, right?
Yeah.
That
Ideally.
makes sense.
From the sounds of the rumors, Han Solo is supposed to actually have a pretty big role in these.
Oh, really?
Harrison Ford agreed to do these if he was able to explore the character more.
But yeah, it was the Millennium Falcon that did it for him too, because the hydraulic door fell
the
out.
irony.
Also, why not, in the spirit of it, do they not just write that in there? It's a glitchy ship as it is, right? And you could be walking through it and then just skunk. And everybody be like, that's it. And then he has to get carted around and carried by Chewbacca, like we talked about last time.
Yeah, and then Luke says, I told you it's a piece of junk. In other news, coming back to Earth, apparently North Korea's foreign ministry says the James Franco, Seth Rogen movie, The Interview, is undisguised terrorism.
Strong words.
Strong. Has the North Korean government or representatives ever not worded anything in a completely overblown manner, though?
That's what they do. They posture, but it's, it's really how sheltered do you have to be to call it terrorism and undisguised terrorism? If anything, if it was an act of terrorism, it would be disguised terrorism, right?
Well, the plot of the movie is disguised terrorism, right? They go to North Korea as reporters, and then they're going to assassinate Kim Jong-un, which...
But also, couldn't they have just been Kim Jong fun or something? You know what I mean? Why do they have to make it blatantly the actual
because
person?
this is America and this is freedom of speech. It's a ballsy movie to make, but it's great.
It's free press.
Also,
a lot of free press.
This isn't the first time.
Yeah,
Team America, they killed Kim Jong-il, turned him into an alien and all that.
If North Korea doesn't want to be the butt of these sorts of jokes, they shouldn't claim
They should get blue jeans and McDonald's like the rest of us.
Yeah. They shouldn't release news reports saying that Kim Jong-il got a perfect perfect game of golf the first time out, and that was
Did you guys hear that in other news that North Korea launched 2 undisclosed missiles the day after they made that that announcement?
Yeah.
Well,
the government's run like a church.
Yeah.
So Kim Jong-un, right?
Yeah.
That's his name? He's the god.
Right.
Yeah, he is.
So I feel like stuff does get leaked into the country. So if this movie got leaked in, or word of this movie got leaked in, They just have to make a statement for the people almost,
Yeah.
right?
Sure.
They do say that Kim Jong-un will most likely watch the movie.
Oh, good.
Which Seth Rogen is apparently thrilled about.
Yeah, he tweeted about it all
Which, of
over
course,
the
you know,
place.
this comes across so stupid.
Right.
Like in Shelter, it's like first world problems, somebody's making fun of you, you know?
Right. Yeah.
Probably in their country, they'll be like, and we punished them. You know, they're like, James
Yeah,
Franco and
spin it.
Seth Rogen are dead because they...
Yeah.
Like the next
And then
bad
we're
thing
just
that
sitting
happens
here
to James
like,
Franco.
what?
Yeah, we planned that.
Those are
Look
clones.
at that.
Yeah.
North Korea is so silly, and then they do something nuclear, and you're like, oh, God, right.
Yeah.
I
Let's
know,
get back
I
into
feel-
cinema.
Yeah, so on a much, much, much lighter note, Pentatonics is going to be in Pitch Perfect too.
Hooray!
Yeah.
I don't...
I don't know what
Pentatonics.
Pentatonics is, but I like Pitch Perfect a lot, so.
That's Pitch Perfect.
Well, I'm excited, and since Pentatonics, who won the sing-off, gets like regularly 10 million plus views on every single one of their YouTube videos, I'm guessing you guys out there really care too.
If you like
Yeah.
acapella, you know what Pentatonics are.
Yes.
Is.
And Pitch Perfect for that matter.
Right.
Well, what is Pitch Perfect? Is it...
Being serious?
Yeah, I don't...
Oh, it's a comedy that was with Elizabeth Banks and Andrew Kendrick, and it's
Rebel
about
Wilson.
college acapella.
Oh.
It's really funny. It's a really good
Okay.
movie.
It's a really, really good
Pretty
movie.
big fan
Like,
base.
And now Banks is directing the sequel. It's good.
Yeah, no, it was better than it had any right to be, and you should totally.
It's
Yeah.
one of those you're like, this will be okay, and you're like,
A couple
like,
away, like,
everyone will probably like this.
Yeah, it's really fun.
Yeah, certain people in my life are still angry that I went to see it without them.
You know who you are.
So if you're not excited about Pitch Perfect, which I think 50% of us are, but
I'm excited now.
Okay.
You guys sounded excited.
Get excited.
So now I'm excited.
but how awesome does Snowpiercer look?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Looks so rad. It's by the guy who directed The Host. Which
Oh,
if you ever...
that's
Not The Good Host. The good the one with the
The
giant
Korean.
alien creature thing.
He knows what he's doing.
Weird. Starring Chris Evans and...
Tilda Swinton.
Tilda Swinton.
He's
who,
unrecognizable again.
Like, she's unrecognizable, and like her performance is like... You just sit there and you're enthralled by her. Like the way she just delivers. It's just like killer, man.
And there's some issues, right? The director and the Weinsteins fought a little bit.
Oh yeah, it was made like 3 years ago,
Yeah.
and it's been back and forth about 20 minutes worth of the cut, and there was a lot of financing that had to be done. But it's finally getting a release. And you know what makes me crazy about this is like we get all these teaser trailers for
Yeah.
all these sequels to prequels movies like 2 years in advance. And then, like, I have to be literally cruising the internet for trailers to
Yeah.
find out about this movie, which looks like the coolest thing I've ever seen. Takes place in the next ice age, and it takes place entirely on a single train that goes around the world repeatedly, and that's where all the humans live or something.
Yeah, it's great.
Dude.
Cool concept.
Dude. It's based on on a French graphic novel or something, but the graphic novel wasn't available in the U.S. apparently until 9 months ago or something.
The guy developed it for the Korean audience, South Korean audience, I think.
Yeah.
Korean, right? But it's just like so rare to find these movies that actually like mean something to us, right? Rather than like Transformers that means nothing to anybody. It's so nice to see something that looks that quality, has those quality of actors that's not just some BBC.
Yeah, and it's actually an action movie, believe it or not.
It's an
Yeah.
actual movie.
Yeah, no, it's got the international appeal, and it's got the Transformers-esque,
Like
you know,
CG,
like,
it seems
look
like.
at this, it's pretty.
Yeah. It's got spectacle, it's got...
But intelligent, it seems like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it still has Chris Evans, so I'm
Yeah,
game.
it still
I'm
has
sort of-
Chris Evans.
I'm game no matter what, let's be honest. Speaking of things with international audiences that look super cool, Lupin the Third,
Yeah.
the trailer for the live-action Japanese movie, has recently been released, and
Pretty awesome.
oh my god, it's guy kicking all the things.
Yeah, I mean, like, it has the Lupin feel
Perhaps you could do a 10-second recap of what
of what Lupin the Third is. All right, well, Lupin...
Wait, hang on. Ready?
Okay.
Go.
Oh, Jesus. All right, you know Sherlock Holmes. Well, there's also this guy named Lupin who fought Sherlock Holmes.
5 seconds.
He had a grandchild named Lupin the Third. Lupin the Third is an amazing thief, and that's the
Hi.
story.
Not bad.
Lupin the Third, gentleman thief,
Gentleman thief.
from an anime.
from an anime. One of them was directed by Miyazaki, who did Princess Mononoke and all that stuff. But it's amazing. Like the story is amazing. The cast of characters is amazing. They threw in a samurai for no reason, but it's awesome. He drives around in a little Fiat, and everybody packs into the little Fiat, and it's like a clown car, and they do get on these crazy car chases. It's awesome, and the writing is always really good. But my issue comes when they do this thing that Hollywood also does, where we whitewash our cast. They wash their cast with Japanese.
Careful, that's getting into racial territory there.
It is. It's a racial issue, though. And it oftentimes loses some of the charm of international issues or cultural issues that were in the original. Japan, while their movies are getting better, they're falling into the same traps that Hollywood does, like with The Last Airbender, where they took an international cast and they just washed it, and it's all a bunch of like southern white people.
Right.
So we've got a Japanese-made movie that looks really awesome, a Korean movie that looks really awesome. Does Hollywood need to watch its back at this point because the Asian films are coming for them on the blockbuster front?
They're finally getting the budget to compete.
We have such a big market in the U.S. alone.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not going anywhere, but I could see international markets dwindling for us.
You know, that we still constitute 50% of our own film's revenue, but like blockbusters are still what props up a studio's revenue, and that's something that if other countries can start producing it, like that threatens our chief export.
Like I feel like the U.S. finally started to get international distribution down to, I don't know, a T. I don't know it that well enough, but definitely we're expanding at a great rate. So it seems like the movie industries in those places have also bolstered like the actual audience. We'll see how it plays.
On a completely self-concerned level, like, cool, more movies for me to go see.
Worst case scenario is the big blockbusters crumble and we get a bunch of really cool like 70s era movies.
Yeah,
like, I'm down with that.
I mean,
like
our TV goes up and that distribution goes where it's going.
Yeah, we move it all to TV.
I feel like this is a boring conversation. Who's your favorite Transformer? Mine's Bumblebee.
What's Optimus Prime's brother's name? Grimlock. Grimlock's my favorite.
Good.
Grimlock's awesome.
Shredder.
Wait. Yeah, that's a good one. He's a Transformer now. So.
I was never a 9-year-old boy, so I don't have one.
All right.
Cool.
So, that's what we got for today, I guess.
Good outro.
Let us know in the comments your favorite Transformer. Let us know your business plan for making sure that the American film industry remains lucrative for decades to come.
And let us know Clint is missed, and we'll be better next time. Sorry, America.
Come back next time for more movie news here on CineFix Now.
Take 2.
So, let us know your favorite trailer of the week. What else should we talk about in future editions of the CineFix Now Roundtable?
Take 3.
Let us know your favorite Transformer in
Take 4.
I feel so judged. So remember to like it.
Take 5. This is going to be a good supercut. After the thing, this is going to be a good montage.